Guess what? It's emails. Lots of emails.
That's right, on the show today, we're doing emails, absolutely loads of them. Good luck.
Emails, please.
This is the emails bit.
Now, welcome to a Thursday episode of Great Britain's second biggest golf podcast. This is Golf is Ruining My Life. And Tom, we've had criticism.
Oh, no. Hang on, do you mean constructive feedback?
Sorry, I mean constructive feedback. And let me be very clear. Let me be very clear to everyone. The feedback we've had is straight to the point. It has value and is ideal and is something we need to work on.
Is it to do with me banging on the floor to make my kids shut up on the last episode?
No. We've had people say that was their favourite bit of the podcast ever.
Fine.
And
I heard quite a few people
by that.
Yeah, my kids loved it.
No, the thing I want to talk about is, and this is so damning, it's so damning and so true, that every Thursday episode for the last 3 months we've said the same thing, which is we've got an email backlog, we need to get through the backlog.
I know what
and
this is.
Someone said, how dare you start the podcast saying we've got an email backlog and then read 3 emails?
So should we do them at speed today? Should we try and really fix this? Should we try and get as up to date as we can? Because we need to start reacting to emails more quickly. Okay? I want to be a reactive podcast.
No,
go, Daniel Adams.
There's no preamble.
Go.
Tom. It's straight in with Daniel. Daniel said, hey, Toms, I thought I'd share a little tale of woe while I'm feeling very sorry for myself.
Oh, dear.
I took up golf in May and have promptly caught the bug. From absolute beginner to someone reliably carding around 105, and the dream of breaking 100 before summer ends felt imminent. To be clear, this was sent on the 8th of November. Some would argue summer had ended, but let's not get bogged down.
8th of September. 8th of September.
What did I say?
Not November. You said November.
Sorry,
September.
yes. No, September. But I would still argue that September
Tom,
is still the end of summer.
It's still a great podcast.
Oh my God, it is. Then, 2 weeks ago, I tried to be a hero. The two ball behind us had somehow beached their buggy on a railway sleeper. Okay.
What the flip?
Turns out they were driving while watching Fulham Chelsea on a phone. What could possibly go wrong? I agree.
Everything about this is men.
Yeah, when
have women ever driven onto a railway sleeper because they were watching something on it? I mean, that's just so masculine. My
mate and I, seeing this commotion behind us, offered to try and lift the front of the buggy. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever done this, because I've done this on a lad's golf trip.
Yes.
Those buggies are so darn heavy, you're never going to... Anyway.
They're all battery. I saw there was a man behind us who was a tourist over from Japan who didn't speak a word of English, and he was riding a buggy around by himself. We let him through. He smiled. He went on through. He went over a bridge that was far too narrow. It wasn't meant for buggies, but he couldn't read the sign that said no buggies. He got completely beached.
Japanese.
Yeah. He got completely beached and was literally just pressing the pedal with the wheels just going... Yep. Like that was it. He phoned his friend in Japan because he didn't have any English to go and speak to the pro shop. So can you imagine being the guy in Japan who gets a phone call from your mate going, "Hey, dude, listen, I'm in London, and any ideas what to do with a totally stuck buggy?" Anyway, we tried to pick it up. They're heavier than a tree.
They're so heavy. But Tom, I have to cut you off there because these forays into banter will not cut the mustard on today's podcast.
Stop it.
We got our hands under the front and gave it a shove, and something in my upper back pinged like a snapped guitar string. I finished the round in mild denial. Come Monday's lesson, one enthusiastic driver swing later, and I had to stop. After visiting the doctor, I've now got a suspected torn / sprained intercostal muscle. Never heard of it. Sounds bad. The bit between the ribs you only learn exists when you do something horrible to it. 2 weeks on, and I still can't swing. Looks like I'm out for at least a month. Just as things are starting to click for me. So to say, I'm absolutely gutted. I can't do my new hobby, but I've got the next month or so to work on being the world's best putter. Cheers, Dan. Dan, you sent this email in September, the 8th of September. Let us know how it's going. You've had your month. Are you now the world's best putter?
It's November in a couple of days' time, so hopefully Dan is now okay. Dan, that is a true tale of woe. been on. Hi, Tom, long-time listener, love the pod.
Hi.
I'm at a point in my golf life where I want to share my story. I'm a 32/36 handicap, very embarrassing. That's not embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing at all.
Embarrassing about that. I have been playing golf most Sundays at my local club for about 3 years. This combined with a range session once a week. I've spent money on golf lessons from 2 different pros in the past, and I've picked up some great tips. I took that advice to the range and have hit the ball well. Come Sunday morning and I'm back to square one, using the exact same swing as I've been shown on my lesson and used on the range. I'm suddenly unable to hit the ball consistently. I enjoy my golf despite the high handicap, but I can't help but feel like I'm starting to waste my time and money on a sport I'm simply not good at. Oh, welcome to the show.
Listen, just so you know, no matter how good you are, wherever you get to, that never goes away.
Also, Tom, you're going to hate this because you're editing it. Kind regards, an anonymous high handicapper. I think this guy wants to be anonymous, and I've said his name.
I'll just bleep it out. Fine. James, nerdy email incoming.
Here we go.
Oh my God,
anyway, good luck.
But
can I just want to finish off? An anonymous person did say any advice, thoughts that you've got. Are we allowed to do that with our new sort of speed emails?
We're not simply reading here, are we? That's not the podcast.
No.
What would my advice be is that you've just got to keep at it, really, haven't you? I don't know whether 36 handicap is maybe too early to be seeking like big swing change lessons. Seems counterintuitive to me. Maybe it's just more focusing on keeping the ball in play, and as we've said a million times on this show, take some clubs out, use your 7-iron, keep it down the middle. Like, if you can get a 7-iron off the tee and you're not losing golf balls, you will score way better.
Yeah. All of that, everything he just said. Bingo, bongo, bango. Thank you for coming. All right, next email.
Okay, we're going into this one blind. Hey, Toms, nerdy email incoming. Firstly, after listening to a few of your recent podcasts, I wanted to write in about my new golf obsession, the anti-cap. Okay.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. You might already know what this is. I don't. But in this case, the anti-cap is the average of this is really interesting, of your worst 8 scores in your last 20 scores, and is a better metric to measure progress than just your handicap.
That is superb.
Especially, I think you meant essentially, it is if your handicap is in the high teens or above, the thinking is that as you get better, more consistent, your anti-cap will get a lot closer to your handicap. It's a helpful metric to look at if you think you're playing better, but your handicap is changing, or in some cases actually getting higher. Here's a podcast on it. I think that's my anti-cap would be so depressing. I would have to quit this podcast. I would have to say.
I would love to find out, because I have shot. Despite being on 5, I have shot many 90s plus this summer. So I reckon my handicap would be like 15, 16. That's a brilliant metric. It's genius. It's putting a number to your to the errors. Putting a number on your errors. It's no bad thing.
So how bad you go? I would also be really interested to know. I think this is actually a bit of slice of genius, actually, because how often on this podcast do I say, oh my God, I'm an 8 handicapper, I shouldn't be shooting in the mid-90s. I would be fascinated to know golfers who are in their 5, 6, 7 handicap, how high they go on their worst days. Because I don't think there's a standard deviation for this. I think some people have more flares up than others, and that's fine.
Yeah. Well, we spoke to Gary, or didn't speak to, we had an email from Gary the other day, who was off 4.2 or something ridiculous, and he shot a 90 the other day. I think all handicappers, it happens all the time, and it is all about how you deal with it, and whether or not you think, well, the building that is my good golf has now entirely burnt down and I am walking amongst ashes, or if you think, it's fine, I've just walked into the wrong house and the building where my good golf is next door, I'll leave this house at the end of this round and go back in to my actual good golf house. Thank you for the metaphor. You're welcome.
Related to this, I wanted to bring up a topic that's been bugging me: differentials, course ratings, and the potential in ruining milestones like breaking a certain score. In the last 6 months, I've been putting in a lot, so nerdy, but we love this. This is what this podcast is for, right? I've been putting in a lot more cards, entering competitions, and making sure my mates who aren't club members are signed up to my EG. Your friend and mine, England Golf. I love it.
Brilliant. Love them. Love those guys.
We love them. I love stats and have regular chats. This is quite depressing, but I love it. So do I. And have regular chats with ChatGPT about scoring.
Oh, wow.
The friend that will always reply.
Oh,
handicap
ChatGPT therapy.
Yeah,
wow.
there's something in this. And then he puts, yes, golf is ruining my life. The focus on improving on my handicap has resulted in me questioning what's more important, the score or the differential, and also how a course's difficulty is decided. Well, this is really interesting on this, Tom, because I had a moment this summer with you where we played Centurion, and I got more shots on my home golf course than I would at Centurion, and that seemed beyond reason.
Centurion was not the easiest, I think it's possibly fair to say. Certainly the day we played it.
Yeah, it was really hard. So I think the difference between courses and how they rate them is fascinating because I don't think it's always accurate. Again, we'll come back to this in another email that we're probably going to get through today. Woburn, I played this year, again, didn't get as many shots as I think I probably deserved on a course like that. Anyway, James goes on. At my home course, I get 1 extra shot off the whites, but another course, I get 5 less shots. My course is long, but not that hazardous. Whereas the other one is shorter by 600 yards, but it's tighter, has lots of water, including trenches, 2 island greens, and another par 3 that requires 180 carry over a lake and lots of OB. It seems unfair that I have to score 5 shots better there to get the same differential, which also then is disappointing when breaking a scoring milestone. I'm not going to finish the email because it's more of that vein. But James, I see what you're saying.
A rich vein of nerdery. Is it fair to say?
A rich vein of email.
I mean, it's good stuff, James. But this is a good example of where everything you say is interesting and valid, but you can get lost in the weeds, don't you think? You can get lost in the number weeds.
What I would say here, James, is on another day, that's 15 minutes of golf is ruining my life. But not today.
Yes, over to Darren. Yes.
Keep
Darren,
moving.
Hello, Tom times 2. We haven't even got to we're nowhere near the ads yet. I have been back playing golf for 9 months now after a 12-year break from the game. I started when I was 24, joined a club where me and my friend would play on Saturday mornings before our cricket match each week. God, that's living the life. That is living an early 20s life right there, isn't it? Oh, my Lord. Got down to an 18 handicap, and then life caught me up. And before I knew it, my clubs had been in my shed for 12 years untouched. This is a sad story.
This is brutal.
Yeah, it really is terrible. I feel like I'm narrating a Battersea Dogs home ad. Those golf clubs
Tom, knowing your rate at the moment, you get the VO.
Yeah, I know. 12 years passed by. Mr. Q. 12 years passed by, and I get an invite from work, a day out of the office, to play a corporate round with a few of my work colleagues in an intercompany called Ryder Cup Ryder Cup style North versus South event at your friend of mine, Woburn Golf Club, or as Darren has spelt it, Wobrun. Golf club.
Wobrun. I did want to row Brun away after I played it. I played so badly.
Very good. It's good.
Thank you.
It's good. It's better than it should be, considering how tired we both are.
Yep.
Night before, I dusted the partly rusty clubs off. I would have got new clubs. I went to the driving range praying that it would be just like riding a bike and then I would just rock up and pick up from where I left off.
No,
you're not going to believe this, guys. You're not going to believe this. No. You're absolutely not going to believe this. It's not the case. It is not the case.
No. It's actually remarkable how much it's not the case, because I've done something similar before a golf holiday a few years ago.
Yeah. You might as well, when you're starting again after a lot of time, you might as well have a go going left-handed for a bit. Just swap them right, even with right-handed clubs.
Got round to playing the next day. As to why you're playing
yeah, exactly. I can't help but feel that Woburn, no, it's spelled properly here, Woburn Golf Club, was wasted on me, spending all my time in the trees, rough, and in some cases not making it past the red tees. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get to play such a magical course was wasted on my first trip out in 12 years, moping around the course, running out of balls, despite being given 12 new ones at the start of the round. Those corporate days where they just give you 12 new golf balls at the beginning. I would
like to be the group
those balls are not coming back.
Them. Wouldn't you?
Yes. All the junior members going out after a corporate day like that. Oh.
Give me those Pro V ones.
It's not all doom and gloom, though. 18th hole on the Duke's course, playing a scramble, I somehow got one 200 yards down the middle of the fairway, hitting my approach shot to within 20 feet, and then sinking a birdie on the last. This is what golf does. This is, again, for
me,
Tom,
hole that as well. It's a nice hole. It's the only part of that course which relents a little bit and lets you in.
Is it? I think Woburn would break me, and I'd like to be broken by it. I'm very keen to play Woburn. But also, what Darren's describing here is playing well at the end. You've lost all hope, you hate golf, and you're thinking about your new career in cycling, and then golf goes, oh, here's a birdie.
Yeah, you'll come back.
Hello, mate.
You'll do it.
Hello,
It just gives you a sprinkle, and it is always on the 17th or 18th, and they go, We'll see you next time, lad. We'll see you next time.
Oh, it knows what it's doing. Since that day, you got a birdie on the last. Since that day, I've well and truly caught the golf bug and now have constant battles with my wife about my golfing addiction and have listened to the back catalogue of this podcast. Well, one of those things is good, one of those things is bad. But, we've all been there. We all know that is the reality of being addicted to this game, that unfortunately, certain things in your life have to be argued with and parked.
Yes.
And golf has to win.
It will take its priority. But you know what? On a genuine, it's really nice that you're actually back to the sport, isn't it? That's really great that you've de-rusted your clubs and you've had a great round. And I think I had my Woburn run with my Birkdale. My Birkdale was your Woburn. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. I did a thing too early. And I don't regret it, but I didn't play anywhere near as well as I could.
You learn. Tom Green, we have got through like 4 emails there. That's incredible. We're going to have products and then more emails. That's what's going to happen. Are you ready?
Sam is on the way after these products.
Right,
welcome back to Golf is Ruining My Life. I'm currently editing.
No time.
I'm editing this podcast, Tom, in the airport on the way to fly to Lisbon. That's where I'm going right now, but not to play golf. Going to Portugal, not to play golf. What?
That's very meta that you're describing something in the future which will be the past for the listeners.
Yeah.
And B, I didn't know you were going to Portugal without playing golf. We need to go to Portugal and play golf. That needs to happen.
Funny you say that. Dear the Toms.
Isn't it?
This is from Sam. Dear the Toms, the podcasting ones, not the shoes. Ah, yes. After 2 years of hitting golf balls, swearing at trees, and contemplating whether I should take up darts, I finally dropped my handicap from 18 to 13. And that is a great shift. It really is.
Can I just say, I think we might have found our new peppering the rough, swearing at trees.
Yeah, get it on.
I'm now going to say, swearing at trees since 1993. I love that.
How? Not by practicing more. Nope. Not by getting lessons. No. I did the smartest dumb thing I could think of. I ditched my forgiving, friendly game improvement irons for a set of unforgiving, judgmental players' irons, the kind that look at you like, you'd better be sure about this swing, pal. Every single person I spoke to, mates, family, a bloke at the range who drinks Monster for breakfast, told me I was being... I like this email. Told me I was being an idiot. You'll balloon everything, they said. You're not good enough, they said. You'll be back to 18 in no time, they said. But here's the thing. My course is tighter than a Scotsman's wallet. Scotsman's wallet.
This is okay. Slightly xenophobic, like lazy racism, but okay. Right.
Let's not indulge in that sort of thing. There's other podcasts for that.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting tired of my GI, game improvement, irons, launching every toe strike into orbit. Now, this is the problem. I had this. I have been on this journey. I had my Titleist AP2s when I first came back that were a bit too good for me. And then I got my Cobra irons, which I loved, but they were game improvement irons. And then I got better. And the problem you have with these game improvement irons, Tom, because I don't think you've ever had game improvement irons, have you?
No, I don't understand what you're talking about.
So game improvement irons are things like the P790s or the Puma irons I had. They tend to be very forgiving and they tend to get the ball
full of
in
rubber.
The air. Yeah, well, they call it speed foam in the industry.
Yeah, rubber.
It's big rubber. But the problem is with it, as I found, when you get a bit better and you start to get the ball out the centre of the club more, is you toe strike game improvement iron, like a 7-iron, it goes your stock distance, 150 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You get one out the middle, goes 175, and you just, what the hell? And there's a point where that's sort of okay, and you're like, well, at least it was in the air, at least I'm towards the green. But then you get better, and it does become unplayable.
So you then have to move on from those irons.
As I did to my lovely ping ones. Anyway.
I think that's a really important thing. Can I just say, I know we don't have time, but we haven't talked ever on this podcast. Oh my God, new Virgin Snow. When is it time to move on to better clubs?
Tom, save it for Monday.
Thank you.
Because we will plough that furrow hard.
That is a furrow. That is a furrow. I'm amazed we've never been into it, and I feel like we should get someone from Ping to come and take us through how it works.
I'm tired of my game improvement irons launching every toe strike into orbit, usually into a tree, or worse, OB. I figured if I was going to miss hit it anyway, I might as well hit it lower and straighter. There is so much truth in this, dear listener. Turns out these clubs bullied me into becoming a better ball striker. And when I do miss now, it's usually a gentle scuttle into the rough instead of a majestic slice into someone's back garden. Moral of the story, sometimes the dumb idea isn't that dumb. Or maybe I'm just stubborn enough to make bad decisions work. Anyway, thought you two might appreciate a story about ignoring sound advice and somehow benefiting from it. A true spirit of amateur golf. Keep up the therapy via podcasting, Sam. I love that email for so many different reasons.
Yes, great.
One, it's hilarious. And two, it really is virgin snow for us, Tom. We haven't spoken about this. And this is a really interesting topic. Because Sam, I 100% agree with you. I was forced to play better when I came back because I had Titleist AP2s and they were hard to hit.
Yeah. Okay, Sam, thank you very much for your email. Right, I'm moving on, Tom. I'm moving on to...
This should be whiplash.
Yeah, easily my favourite email. This is from George. Hey, guys, long shot. I love golf, but I also love Oasis. Would you be keen on selling your tickets?
Yeah, those tickets never existed in the end, did they? My mate from Preston let me down.
Moving on. So we have got a message from James.
James Webber, right? Is it that one?
No, I'm on James Fisher Jones here. Which one are you
James
on?
For different needs.
I'm on 27th of September. I've skipped on ahead.
Oh, I'm the 16th. But don't let that slow down the frenetic pace.
I just want to say, I mean, this is a visual thing. James has sent a photograph of him with his brand new baby, watching, I would say, the Ryder Cup. No, it's not. No, similar size head. I would say, bearing in mind modern drivers do have a large head. And that's a gorgeous image from James Fisher Jones. James, congratulations on your new arrival. And that's absolutely what a beautiful photograph. It's him watching the Ryder Cup and his baby is watching it because he's holding the phone in front of the baby's face, which is what you have to do. Start them early, mate. Start them early. Thank you, James.
Is that the whole email?
Yep, that's it.
It's a good email. From one James to another, this is James Webber planning a golf day. Hi, Toms. Started playing golf about a year ago and have fully got the bug. I'm currently off 21.9 and a member of a small town club in Aberdeenshire. Mm-hmm. I discovered your podcast about 2 months ago and I've listened to every episode and absolutely love it. I do feel awfully bad when people say that because it was bad at the start. A couple of weeks back, I thought it would be a good idea to arrange a work golf day thinking many wouldn't want to play and it would be easy. How wrong I was. Instead, I've got 40 people wanting to play and at least 20 who would want to come and caddy. Wow. And to be fair, anything for a day off work, right? Me and Tom... peel the curtain back, we're not employees. If we don't work, we don't get paid, right? However, if I was an employee, I would do anything to get paid and not go in. Just put that out there.
Every day, every single day, I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'd take all
faking my own death. Fine.
Grandma's dead again. The club I've arranged it with have been great. The communication's been good, and everything I've asked, they've managed to arrange. But oh my God, every single day I've had people moaning whether it's the time we're starting at 9 a.m. The people in their 4-ball, how they don't agree with the format. Even the price, £27.50 for the round bacon roll and coffee, which I think is more than reasonable. I'm completely...
Of course it is. My good God in heaven. What is wrong with people?
I'm having such fun here. I'm completely fed up and I cannot wait for the day to come. It's on the 26th of September, has now happened. So here's hoping it all goes smoothly. I'll not be rushing to organise any more events, and his next time it'll be on a far smaller scale. James, do you know what? As we said on this show before, we doth our cap, don't we, Tom? To the
talking of which,
yes, I can't see you. Are you? Here we go. There you go.
There it is.
To the people who organise the golf events, because this is what spawned Is It Morocco, one of the worst moments of my life, putting all the time and all the effort and all the meetings and all the stuff together to make this thing happen. And then people go, I don't want to go, it's too expensive.
Well, this is what I was going to say. Would you rather organise a wedding or a golf day trip thing? I'd rather organise a wedding, because when you do a wedding, you say, hi guys, we're getting married at this church and here's the reception. You don't then get emails going, what, is it a Catholic or a Protestant wedding? Yeah. And what's on the... People go, it's your wedding, how lovely, I will be there. They may moan backstage, but you don't find out about it.
No Q&A.
But with golf days, no Q&A, but with golf days, it's just this constant barrage of that stuff. It's dross, and I absolutely love it. I think it's so funny because people are so pathetic.
Yeah.
Also, £27.50. Are you kidding?
It's beyond reasonable, James. You've done your bit and you've nailed it. I think, personally, what I did with the golf trip this year, which is hand it off to someone else, and then just agree to whatever they said was a better technique.
Yeah.
Do I want to go and
then slag them off on here?
Oh my God, make a podcast, then slag them off. There you go. That's what you do.
Email from Mark Smith. Hi, Tom. First of all, love the podcast. I get a lot of funny looks when I suddenly laugh at some of the things you guys talk about. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's emailing a different... We're not. There's no laughs here. This is a serious golf chat. I don't know if this is controversial, but since I work offshore for 4 weeks, I then binge your podcast when I'm home.
Okay.
But this time I did it while playing my first round of golf in 4 weeks.
Wow.
Since I was listening to the podcast, I didn't pay much attention to the golf, and it's some of the best golf I have ever played. Bob Rotella is so right. Get out of the way. That is from Mark, the offshore golfer. I'm big into this. Obviously,
off 4, more like.
Oh, yeah. I don't hate that.
No, delivered better.
I think
that
that's
would work.
Decent.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think commit. Do you want to do it again?
Yeah,
that's from Mark. Offshore. That's from Mark, the offshore golfer.
Off 4, more like.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Really good.
We'll talk soon.
But it's a really good example of the thing. And sometimes, this is why we've talked about this before, headphones when you play golf, if you're by yourself. Yeah, stick them in. Get distracted. Get up and just take yourself out of the way.
Also, weirdly, right, on that, it's weirdly a good time to get really into the music. Because I've only done it a handful of times, right? But I remember, and here's an insight into me as a person. This is when I was first starting to play golf. I was playing a golf club in South London. Where the park with all the deers on?
Richmond.
Thank you. Richmond Golf Club, the cheap one, not the expensive one. And I remember it was the first time I'd listened to Taylor Swift's Folklore album. And I thoroughly enjoyed going around there listening to Taylor Swift Folklore. And I remember all the songs now, and I remember listening to it in that experience. So it is actually a really good way of listening to music as well.
Could you imagine if you ever met Taylor Swift, which you could do in our line of work, and you went, Taylor, gotta say, Folklore really reminds me of golf. Can you imagine?
Yeah, she would be great with it. But Tom, let's not forget the reason I didn't meet Taylor Swift last week was because I played Preston Golf Club and shot a 97.
And Taylor Swift literally walked directly right past your studio, and you were in Preston being bad at golf. Love that. One more. Have
you got one more, or do you want me to have one more?
Well, there's one from David Thorbinson.
Well, let's David.
Shall I do it? Here we go.
Yeah.
Hi, the Toms. I wanted to start by saying I love the pod, so please never change. Well, that's often the case because I've only got a couple of tops. I am fairly new. It's good stuff. I'm fairly new to golf, having only hit the range so bad. After only hit the range last winter after booking onto a golf trip to Portugal. Tom, I'd love to go to Portugal.
Oh, I'd love this. Just if we knew anyone that could help us go.
I know.
Don't worry about it. Move on.
Anyway, I'd love to go to Portugal. Portugal, having never played. I then played my first ever 9 holes back in April. Since then, I've played 18 holes 4 times on 4 different courses. I'm going off you, Dave. Going off you very quickly. Scoring 92, 94, 92 and 91.
That's not okay. That's not okay for me to be a golfer who's played my whole life, be sponsored, have a golf podcast, and shoot worse than you 2 weeks ago. That's not fair. Is it? That's not fair.
Dave, you've just broken Tom Green, and I love you for that. I've also been playing my local 9-hole Muni course through the summer. I've got 2 questions I'd like your personal opinions on. Number 1, which do you think would give the biggest game improvement? Proper fitted clubs or lessons? I've just been for putter fitting, which was amazing, and I believe will help lower my scores. Yes, it will, but lessons every single time. That's my answer. Tom Green?
Yes, I agree with you. I think lessons. It's so hard because you've just started, but you're also quite good. So you're quite a weird mix to try and help out. Despite everything we said earlier, if you're using your granddad's Mizunos from the 1940s, switch those out and get something a bit more forgiving, but that doesn't have to be expensive. You can use places like eBay or Gimme, our friends over at Gimme, which is Incy Mehmet's company. You can use any of these places and get new clubs a bit cheaper, but fundamentally, it's all about lessons.
It's all about lessons. Number 2, now we are going into the winter months. See, we're catching up, Tom. Yes. I will be making use of my local driving range. With this in mind, would you recommend any training aids to help with drilling down my swing through the wet months?
It all depends. It all depends what sort of driving range you are at, I suppose. Tom, can you imagine? Because I've actively chosen not to do this recently because I can't imagine doing it anymore. Going to a driving range that doesn't have TrackMan.
No, there is one quite near me, and it's quite good because you're sort of free of the rigor and the maths of it all. But equally, you do after 3 or 4 shots, you just think,
whatever. So if a training aid can be TrackMan, a TrackMan range, I think that's the most important thing, because you get some sort of data, you get some numbers, you're not just endlessly hitting balls into the dark night.
I think it's like when we play with Arcos now, and Arcos is fantastic. Like, it's really kicking in for me now. I've played 4 rounds with it. It's really starting to make a difference. When you go and find your range, if you get with TrackMan, get the TrackMan app, and then you can monitor your progress over a number of months, and that would be invaluable going into the summer. But I still think that is really helpful. But the biggest thing is psychological. Learning to relax. Tension is the big enemy. Tension is the big problem. So you might play well on the range, which we all do, but then be crap on the course. Learn how to take your quality from the range when you're relaxed and put that on the golf course. That's the best thing you can do.
Now, don't ever tell me we don't listen to your feedback on the podcast. You said you wanted more emails.
Yep.
That was a deluge of emails, but unfortunately, that does come to the end of our Thursday episode of Golf is Ruining My Life. We now need more emails, so we're actually going to go the opposite way now. We actually need more emails, so get them in. The Toms at golfisruiningmylife.co.uk. Remember, we've got new sponsors coming on board where you will get prizes.
Yes.
Get involved with that. Also, we have a thing, Tom, I'm just going to say it to you now on the podcast. That thing we were talking about on email today, how cool would it be if we could do a prize with that thing and send someone to...
What?
We will think about it. We'll imagine if we could. There's emails to be had. We'll see you next time for more of this. It's been a joy.
Sheesh. Wow. Oh, my word.